Hi, class. Welcome to week 3. We're almost there. I hope you all had a good weekend and you got some real good downtime and a little bit of rest. This week, we're going to be talking about communication in the office, communicating with patients, communicating with other physicians, and how to properly write an email and professional letters. This is really important in the office because this communication now has changed to where we used to pick up the phone more and talk to our patients or other physicians that we worked with. We're using more text messaging, emailing now, since everything's become so electronic. So for your week 1 lab, your week 3 lab 1, you will have several emails, professional letters, a full block letter that needs to be turned in, a modified block letter, a semi-block letter, a memo, and a professional email. I have put week 3 tutoring recording up for you and announcements. I put some really good examples on there for you. In your chapter 7, there are some really good examples in the book itself for your full block letter. Everything lines up to the left. Your modified block letter, your inside address and your date and your signature go to the right. For your semi-block letter, it stays the same as a modified block letter, but you just want to indent the first sentence of the paragraph. With a memo, you only need to have 2 from the date and the subject, and then a very brief description of what the memo is about. Communication is very important. That you understand about emails because we use those a lot in the medical field. One of the main things is we do not want to use all caps. It's a sign that you're yelling. I have physicians out there. I work with physicians all over the United States, and I still have physicians that will send me emails that are in all caps. I understand myself. I don't take it personally because I know that these doctors are busy. Their computer was probably on cap lock. They typed me a quick email. They went on to the next patient. However, if we as the MA send out an email that has all caps, we may offend somebody. And we don't want to offend people. So that's one of the main things. Another thing when you're dealing, especially with physicians, on your subject line of your email, you need to kind of make a statement. So if I'm sending an email to one of my physicians, I will put the patient's name in the subject line. John Smith, doctor wants to speak to you, or if the doctor is communicating about that patient, John Smith per Dr. Jones, and then I write my email. And the reason that is so important is because doctors get a lot of emails in every day. They get a lot of ads, they get a lot of spam mail. And when they finally sit down and they look through them at whatever time that they do it, whether they do it during their lunch, at the end of the day, between patients, they're trying to filter out what they don't need. So that subject line is very important. If it's something you need them to get back to you about, you can attach it as a read receipt where it lets you know they read it, or you can, if you're using Outlook, make it a high priority so that that doctor will get back to you as soon as possible. I always suggest following up a very important email that you need a quick response with a phone call, because sometimes the problem with an email is it might not make it there, or you've typed one letter or one number wrong, and then it doesn't get to the physician. When we're using, the same applies to a patient that you're sending an email to. You want to be sure that you put maybe the doctor that it's coming from in the subject line so they know that that's something they need to look at. Another thing that we need to be cautious of is if we're sending text messages. My phone, for my practice management job, has text messaging capability, but I still have to be cognitive that when I send that text message to the physician, that it, or to the patient, that it looks professional, because professionalism is key to get patients and other physicians to trust the office. If we're sending correspondence that is not professional, has a lot of slang in it, maybe not very good grammar or spelling, they may form a negative opinion, and we don't want to do that. So, this chapter is very important. It's chapter 7. If you have any questions or any issues or problems, please feel free to contact me. And I will see you next week. I hope you have a good week. Good luck on your midterm. It's due by Sunday at midnight. And again, if you need me in the meantime, just text or call me and I will be happy to respond. So I will see you next week.